All right, so this weekend we are going to finally install a better exhaust fan, ceiling fan. We picked this up. This is not the one I was originally going to get. I was going to get the one with the remote control and everything, and then we got to thinking that we're going to probably upgrade RVs within a year's time. So we ended up just going one that has a thermostat and 10 speeds. We're hoping this helps with boondocking, this is what we're doing this weekend, and we're hoping that it will help also, if nothing else, exhaust some of this hot air out of the RV before we kick the air on, even when we get to campsites, because it gets so hot and stuffy in here that it takes the air, forever for the AC to cool it down. So hoping this supposed to move like 900 cubic feet of air a minute. So we're hoping it just exhausts all this hot air out and the air conditioner can work more efficiently. So this is the job for this weekend. We have a lot of rain in the forecast, so hoping it holds off long enough for me to get up on the roof and take care of this and get it all sealed up. So if you're new to our channel, real quick before we start, hit that subscribe button, join us on our journey, and drop us a like down below. That really helps out. Leave us a comment if you have this fan and you like it or don't like it, or if you have the fantastic fan version, what your thoughts are on these different models of fans. Let's get her started. We're opening up the box here. If there's a lot of background noise, I apologize, but it is hot as Hades inside the RV right now. Hence, the air is running full blast. This is one of the reasons why we want to get this and put this in. So we're hoping that this will help exhaust a lot of this heat out of the RV when we get to a campsite and help the AC cool quicker in here, because it's Florida, it's June, it's 93 degrees outside, and it's humid as all get out. So I was just going to open this box up and see what's in the box. I already pulled out the instructions and kind of went over it. It looks fairly simple. We opted to go for white. This is the shroud. I call it a shroud that goes up on the inside. This will have to be trimmed, that I know. And yeah, so if you look here, it does have the thermostat. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to work yet, but I'm even thinking that will be good when it's parked in our backyard, maybe to have this thing set to where it would kick on and suck some of the heat out of here on a regular basis and keep some of the keep it from getting so stuffy inside. But I think this is going to be a pretty simple, straightforward install. We hope, because it seems like nothing ever goes simple, and like it should.
And Nikki, why are you whining?
And Nikki's whining because she's already saying she wants to go hiking. She's looking out there and she's saying, why are we sitting in the RV when we could be out there?
Look how beautiful it is, Nikki. I know. It is a pretty, pretty spot.
All right, so I'm just going to wait now for the rains to blow through. We're supposed to have a dry spell coming up, and hopefully I can get up on the roof and knock this out fairly quickly. I know getting the old caulk and lap sealant and all that stuff off is going to be
Fun times.
the most fun. Everything else should be pretty simple. Cover down in here first and just see what it looks like. I could use an electric drill, but sometimes I prefer doing things the old-fashioned way. Although this is a ratcheting screwdriver, so it's not super old-fashioned. By the way, I love this screwdriver. It has all the bits in there. Probably the most favorite screwdriver I've ever owned so far.
Where'd you get it?
Home Depot. Oh!
That would have been a disaster.
Well.
Bye-bye, old one.
I should have
Hello, new one.
Well, I should have used that to measure this one up so I'd know. This one may not need trimmed.
It may not.
That was.
I think it looked almost the same.
I know.
Honestly.
Because these Jayco ceilings, the Magnum Truss roofs are quite deep. I'm just going to stick this up here just to see.
A little bit, probably.
Well, it's catching on. It's catching on this. Yeah, it's going to need a little.
Yeah.
Probably. But we're jumping the gun there. And I'm trying to take this loose here. It appears there's just there's a black wire and a yellow wire plugged in here. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of this just to be safe in case I need for some reason to go back and see how it was. The white wire goes to the yellow wire. Okay. This thing is really chintzy. That's it. All I gotta do is go up to the top now, pull that one out, drop the other one in. See you on the roof. Okay. Pardon the noise, as I got a generator and an air conditioner running, but it's just too hot to turn it off at this point. My next job, I'm going to take all this off, all this sealant. This is already disconnected on the inside, so I can just undo the screws, pull this out. I'll be ready to seal up the other one and put it in. I'll try to set the camera here where you can see what I'm doing. Well, there's a big hole in our roof right now, and it's starting to rain, so I've got to be quick. The camera died as I was taking this loose, but basically everything came off pretty good. I'm going to sit this new one down in here. It's got the butyl tape, and
Hi.
hey, wait, where you at?
Hey.
There's Allie. Don't go to the bathroom while I'm up here.
And there's Nikki.
And I'm gonna drop the other one in, and let's get this done because it's starting to rain. So I'm gonna peel this butyl tape backing off. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Let's see if I can get it started here. This is not easy. All right, you're just gonna have to trust me on this. I'm gonna peel the backing off and place this unit down in. All right, it is working. I've wired it back up. It was just two simple wires, white and black, and tested it. It's working. We are lucky that our shroud didn't have to be trimmed because we have the Jayco and it's got the Magnum Truss roof. So the roof is really thick, really a lot of space between ceiling and the roof. So this actually fit in there perfect. All I'm doing now is finishing off mounting the plastic ring. So this was a really pretty simple install. I would say what I spend on it working.
Probably about an hour and a half.
Probably. It took me probably about an hour to get the old one off with all the lap sealant and all that. But it wasn't terrible. And as far as wiring it up, it was really simple. The only thing I'm noticing so far is when I shut it off at the switch. And I'll let I'll let it wind down. When I flip the switch back on, it's still spinning, so I'm kind of waiting. When I flip the switch back on, it doesn't automatically come back on. It just lets you know that there's power to it again, and I have to actually hit the power button. So I may end up just leaving this switch on for the most part, because otherwise it doesn't remember the fan speed setting that you set it.
Oh.
When you kill, it's basically, this is like killing power to it.
Oh, wow.
Entirely. But we have noticed already that it is really, like, if you look at this window over here, that window, we open that window up and it's literally like you can feel the air just moving past you quite hard. It's like somebody's got a fan up in that window and blowing. So I think this is going to work out really great.
Yeah. I'm very happy with it so far.
I'll give a final thoughts on it after boondocking this weekend with it.
All right.
After a long day of working, mowing, fighting the rains, getting the fan installed, we are now boondocking, and we are the only campers out here because nobody else is stupid enough to camp in the rain.
Hey, we're only 10 minutes from home, basically.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a nice change of pace.
And it's free.
Yeah, right?
So.
And we're having raw meat for dinner.
Well,
Well,
I'm making, I'm going to make tacos and burritos.
Whoop, whoop.
The way I see it, camping here is better than camping nowhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'd rather be here doing this than be at home.
Doing nothing.
Nikki.
So. And I know Nikki.
You happy too, aren't you?
I know Nikki loves camping.
Yeah, look at that tail going. She's a happy girl.
I will say one thing about Nikki, that when the RV is in the backyard, and right, I'm talking about you, Nikki. When the RV is in the backyard, and you see Daddy go into the RV just to get something, you get all excited, don't you? You're like, are we going somewhere? Are we going camping?
Everybody like my owl slippers?
She was a little upset because we set up campsite, and then we had to go back home because Daddy needed some pliers that he forgot for the install. So she was like, are we back home?
She's like, really? Seriously?
So.
Okay. I can't wait to eat. I'm hungry.
Me too. I'm starving.
I did a workout on our camping rug outside and made me hungry. Ready for dinner?
Yeah.
Hurry up. You've got the taco seasoning now in there. Smells good.
It does. So, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Have to say that we slept very well last night with our new fan.
Yes, we did.
We did run the generator some and the air conditioning off and on.
But we were the only ones out here, so we could literally had the generator running the entire night.
Yeah, but we didn't want to because we wanted to try the fan out and see how it'd work. My only thing was that last night with the rain and the humidity was 1,000%, it was pulling air in. The air was cool, but the air was sticky wet.
Yes.
So that's why we ended up kicking the air conditioning on some too, and just to dry it out a little bit. Al, you said it reminded you of sleeping on the boat?
Mm-hmm, on the sailboat. Used to be like that.
Yeah.
Having that hatch open and you'd have the windsock, it would pull the air in and yeah, you'd feel really clammy.
But the fan works great.
Yep.
I will say that. You can really feel it drawing the air in. Of course, our RV is 24 foot inside. Maybe if it was a bigger RV, it wouldn't pull as hard as it is, but it's working great for us. So,
yep.
So far, we love it. It's going to be great when it's not quite so humid and the dew point isn't quite so high. Another thing that was really great that we noticed with this exhaust fan is it really pulled out all the moisture when you're taking a shower. We got up and took a quick shower this morning, and it is there was no steam on the mirror in there at all. So really did a great job, and I'm sure it'll do good for potential. Let's say, how would Allie say it discreetly? Going to the bathroom.
Yeah, smell.
Exhausting some smells. Okay. Speaking of smells, this is what we're getting ready to do now.
Yeah, I've noticed, I thought that we were having some kind of like a musty smell in the closet, our coat closet, when you first enter into the RV. I thought maybe I had left a jacket in there kind of wet, and maybe it started forming like a mildewy smell, but I took everything out, smelled every jacket, nothing. The closet smells fine, and I'm still trying to figure out where the smell is coming from. Well, last night, right below the closet, I stuck my nose in the, what is it,
It's the intake for the furnace.
yeah, and I stuck my nose in the little grate there, and I'm like, that's the smell, or that's the culprit. So
I'm going to get my screwdriver, my handy dandy screwdriver that I love so much, and we're going to pull that. It's a wood like
covering
face off there. See if there's anything in there. Hopefully we don't find a dead vermin.
This is the closet up here. I thought it was in there.
Yeah, this is the closet she was looking at, but this is the intake for the furnace.
I never thought it would be in there.
No,
I put my nose up to it. I'm like, that is it.
So I'm gonna take this off and see.
I sure hope we find something in here.
I don't see anything in here. It just looks like the furnace. I can already see.
There we go.
Well, I don't see anything except the furnace.
You smell it? Does it smell musty? So, we can't really see anything in the top, so now Chuck's taking the bottom door off.
It just smells like musty dog to me. I think
it doesn't smell like a dog. It smells,
it's dog hair.
It smells like water has leaked and it's just musty.
All right, so I've put Allie to work. This is her job. Show us your fandy dandy headlamp there.
I'm looking in here, I'm scoping everything out, seeing if I see anything else. I think it's just musty in here.
I guess we'll finish cleaning this up and putting it back together, and
we'll see how things go.
We'll update tomorrow if Allie's knows better. You look quite sexy with that.
I'm sure I do. Thanks.
Did you break out of prison recently? You look like you're wearing prison clothes.
Oh, God. Hey.
Okay, so you want to tell them what we got here?
So, we are trying out a new restaurant called Wingin' It, and heard about it through a friend at work. Her brother actually owns the restaurant, and so we went there for dinner, and I've got me some spicy raspberry wings.
Oh yeah.
And Chuck has honey barbecue wings. These are his.
Oh yeah.
They look very
They look good.
good.
We also got some fried pickles
and fried mushrooms.
Now this place is located in Hudson, just off of 5A Road.
Yeah, and it's close to the Hudson Beach area. If you live in this area, then you need to check it out. They actually have live bands that play there as well. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Let's see what it tastes like. Look at that raspberry color.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty. Good.
Is it good? Somebody forgot to buy paper towels.
We're always out of them.
Well, it is Sunday morning, or I should say early afternoon. I got up early this morning. Had to play with the church band this morning. So I left Allie and Nikki here while I ran down and played some bass guitar. So last night, after we signed off, we had a little bit of an interesting thing. We were sleeping about 12:30. Oh, I was sleeping hard too. Yeah, well, all three of us were sacked out. And all of a sudden, in my deep sleep, I felt something crawl on my arm. And then I felt buzzing going on my arm. And I sat up. I knew exactly what it was. I knew it was a roach. Because the night before,
there had been a huge palmetto roach climbing up the wall.
Not only that, when we took that cover off where the heater was, we saw the evidence of roach droppings.
Yeah.
So we started assuming that we do have a roach problem right now.
And it's not bad. Like I don't see them out during the day.
We've seen 3 of them on this trip though, which is.
But then again, I think about maybe it's the rain bringing them in too.
Yeah.
So it could be that just being the problem because it's been really, really raining.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So I sat up in bed, straight up in bed, and I screamed. I just screamed. And Chuck sat up and he was like, "What?" And I said, "It's a roach." So we turned the light on and we were looking around. We have like 4 pillows. We have a huge blanket. We have all these other throw blankets. I just love to sleep with blankets and a lot of pillows when I'm in the RV. Feels so good with the AC going and it's really cold in there. You're all cuddled up. And so here we are trying to find this darn roach and all these pillows and blankets. We're looking. Finally Chuck goes, "Babe, it's gone." Yeah, he thought I was dreaming. I'm like, "No, trust me. I know."
I was like, how could you see a roach in the pitch black?
I knew it was a roach. So he said, "Well, let's just go back to bed because it's long gone." I'm like, "I am not going back to bed until we find the darn roach." So I got up to go to the bathroom, and as I was coming out to get some water, I guess Nikki found the roach at the foot of the bed. I guess Nikki went after it. Chuck said, "Oh my God, Nikki's got the roach." And so Chuck got a t-shirt and captured the roach and went and threw it in the toilet and flushed him. He said, "You want to watch me do this?" And I'm like, "Yes." So I want to make sure that he got the roach. He wasn't pulling my leg. And it was there. And let me tell you, that sucker was big. So, not done. Go back to bed. And I'm laying there, or getting ready to lay there. Chuck's like, "Okay, let's go back to sleep." So at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh. The night before, we saw a huge roach climbing up the wall. Then we had this roach, and I'm like, there could be others. Well, so I'm laying there, and Nikki knew I was scared to death. So what does she do? She climbs on top of me and lays on top of me. She's like, "I'm going to protect Mama." I'm basically wearing her like a coat.
I said, basically, at that point, you're never going to find another dog like Nikki.
No, she's one of a kind, that's for sure. And literally, she laid on me, and I fell asleep with her laying on top of me. She never does that. I mean, she's always at the foot of the bed, like she's protecting us down there. But she knew I was so scared that she had to lay on me. She's like, "If the roach is going to come up, Mama, I will see it first."
After all that, I had a hard time going back to sleep, and it was probably 5 o'clock in the morning. The generator ran out of gas.
Yep.
No AC.
So I thought you guys would get a kick out of that little story.
So the rains have finally stopped. This is what, day 3 of us being here?
Mm-hmm.
And
we're finally able to get out and do a little walking.
Finally able to get out and hike a little bit here. Nikki's at cabin fever. So we're going to spend the night one more night, and then it's back to work. The grind tomorrow. And
oh, by the way,
I
wanted to say, the smell that we had, we've discovered that it is from condensation in the RV. It's was not from the roach droppings or the spider web and that whole mustiness. I mean, maybe that had part of it.
Not, yeah.
But I started noticing it many months ago and just haven't really attacked it. So we actually had some osium that we put in the truck, and we sprayed in the intake to see maybe if that would kill the bacteria in the ductwork. So hopefully that might fix it. I'm thinking that's what it is, that it's just condensation, because you need 3 things for mold and mildew to grow. You need oxygen, you need heat, and you need condensation. So obviously we have all 3 of those going on right now in the RV.
Well, the thing is the last few weeks it's been super humid and going in and out of the RV with the RV being so cold on the inside.
Oh my gosh,
leaving the door open, it's I've noticed condensation on the ceiling places.
Mm-hmm. So. And it's just inevitable. And so I guess you could have your ductwork cleaned, and it might be the next thing that we might have to do if this doesn't work. But there's many different, I was researching, there's many different things that you can do to get rid of it, using hydrogen peroxide, bleach,
Lysol.
Yeah, a lot of different things. We had the Ozium. We're going to try that first because what is it supposed to do? Kill bacteria?
I mean, it's, yeah, it
smells and...
Yeah, it's supposed to eliminate odors. We have one more night before we go back and get back to work. We're going to go camping somewhere next weekend and go RVing, but we just haven't decided yet where. So maybe that's something we're going to look into this afternoon, trying to plot out a plan and use my RV Trip Wizard. And but if you're new to our channel, we would really appreciate if you would subscribe if you've not, and ring that bell so you know when we upload a new video.
And give us a thumbs up if you thought that this video was
Yep.
informational or funny, maybe.
Yeah, just it really helps out when you drop a like down below, and leave us a comment. We love to hear from everybody. I love reading the comments, and I love replying back. I try to reply to every single one. So,
Yep.
All right, we will see you next week. We don't know yet where. Destination unknown.
Yep.
All right, see you guys.
All right, bye.